5 years ago, Roberto launched a project to establish an organization that would provide low-cost prosthetic limbs for poor amputees all over the world. As with all endeavors like this, we could fill a book with the stories that have brought us this far. But Swiss Limbs is now operating in 3 nations and increasing in reach every year. Having both worked with YWAM in Mozambique in our youth, we remain in close relationship with the ministry there, returning each year for a week or two to train staff or students attending the training courses on the bases. From our home here in Switzerland, I spend my working days assisting bases not only in Mozambique, but in other nations too, with their websites, Facebook pages, newsletters, and so on. Nothing is sadder for me than to hear that a missionary person or project has failed due to a lack of communication. This year, instead of participating in our usual teaching and training activities, we attended the YWAM Mozambique National Staff Conference. What a treat it was to spend a week gathered together with many of the people who we first met as DTS students, but have now become base and ministry leaders in the mission. When we started working in Mozambique, the country and its church were in a terrible state, having survived a civil war and then a drought. Today the church is flourishing, and YWAM is one of the forerunners in the exploding church planting and discipleship movement in the country. In our day, baptism ceremonies like this were an annual event. Today, they happen at least once a month. Our passion to see the kingdom grow is not restricted to Mozambique and the African continent. We recognize ministry needs here too. In our own region, the voice, expression, and strength of the church seems to be no match for the secular culture that has gained momentum here in Europe. Over the past 2 years, opportunities to disciple people in our own backyard has increased somewhat. This increase in ministry opportunities most certainly does not mean that we decrease our investment into Africa. We are just as passionate and involved as ever, but it does mean that our ministry places and times has expanded. Life gets busier, more varied, and a lot more fun. We believe that God has put within everyone a gift or a skill that can be used to bless others, both locally and internationally. If you want God to use you in increasing the kingdom in Africa, we would love to hear from you and connect you with ministries that would be happy to receive you. Blessings to you all, and thank you for your years of faithful prayers and support.